Hello, folks. This is Alonzo, the Godfather of West Coast Hip Hop, the president of the Compton Entertainment Chamber of Commerce, and also a member of Great Outta Compton. Now, last month, about me and 6 other people were chosen by the mayor to be a part of a program by Bloomberg Harvard, whatever you want to call it. And today, I'm going to sit here as a member and an interviewer and talk to these 6 people and talk about their experience. Most of them on the line. I see my man John is here. What's up, John? I see Jimmy is here. John is here. Karen just went black on me right quick, but that's okay. And we are all here. Everybody can hear me nice and clear?
I hear you.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. We're waiting on a couple more members to come, but right now we have 3 members from the Great Outta Compton team. And like I said before, they were all chosen to be a part of a unique team to study leadership, taught by Harvard, sponsored by Michael Bloomberg, the former mayor of New York. And it was a unique experience. I'll tell you mine. I'm gonna let them tell theirs first. Let's start with Big Jimmy. How you doing there, Jimmy?
Good, and yourself, sir?
I'm all right, Doc. Tell us about how you became a part of this organization, of this group, and talk about your experience.
This was put together via the mayor as a program to help address the city's issues. She applied through the Harvard Bloomberg program. We got accepted one of 10 cities around the world that are participating this year. A couple of us city staff were originally assigned to the program, decided to bow out, and John and myself stepped in to fill in their positions. It's been an enlightening experience for me, getting to interact with individuals from the community that I haven't had the opportunity for, getting their perspectives on how the city runs from their viewpoint and giving them the feedback on how things actually run from our side. It has also been enlightening.
All right, Mr. John, do the same thing. Just talk about how you got into it and briefly about your experience.
Good. I was asked by city management to be a part of the program. We needed a certain amount of people to participate, and a portion of those individuals needed to be part of the city staff. So after consideration, I decided to be a part of the team, and we had our first meeting. I got a chance to meet the other members of the team, such as yourself. And just really, it's been a very enlightening program. It's been very intense. I learned a lot about leadership. I learned a lot of tools that we feel that would be useful here, both at work as well as on our personal level. And it's been great meeting all of you guys and just really bonding with each of you and just sharing your unique experience and everything that you guys have to bring to the team. And you guys are so passionate about the city and some of the issues that we face and coming up with unique problems and unique strategies to tackle some of these complex problems. So I'm just glad to be a part of the team and glad to share our experience.
Fantastic. The last member that came on the show, came on the team, I should say, but she turned out to be a dynamo in her own right. And she's gonna be my personal best friend in a minute. She don't know it yet. It's Karen Harris. How you doing, Karen?
I'm fine, Alonzo. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Now, Karen came on the team. She was the last one to come on the team, and we thought it might be a problem because we were already like 2 or 3 weeks into the program, and she came in and took over. Got us on task and the whole 9 yards. Karen, tell us briefly about your experience with the Great Outta Compton team.
Yes, thank you, Alonzo. I work for a nonprofit organization called the Compton Initiative, and I came on the team because my boss could not attend, so I was designated to attend after 3 weeks in. And for me, it was a very enlightening experience. I will say at first it was a little scary because I came in 3 weeks after the fact and I didn't know what to expect, and all the players were already in place. But after meeting Great Outta Compton, I can see why I was chosen to be a part of this team. It was a very good experience meeting people from all over the country, and a few people out of the country. Um, Very enlightening because we're learning a lot about how to get the word out throughout the city of Compton about things that are going on in Compton. And as a member of a nonprofit working in the community, it has given me some skills to better engage with residents as well as city officials. So I am very, very grateful for the experience. I love my new team. They are my new family. And I didn't quite take over yet.
All right. Last but not well, she ain't last because she's just came on the podcast here. And this lady, I've been knowing her for a while, and we probably the only ones that were from the ground floor of the first meeting. We were chosen. It was like 60 or 50 people the first time we met together on a Monday, and we sat there and we kicked it. And I knew her from back in the day. Okay. Miss John Kendall Young, the queen of the Deltas, is in the house. How you doing, LaShawn?
I'm doing great.
Good. Tell us about your experience, briefly about your experience with the Bloomberg situation.
Well, first of all, I love my team. And like everyone said, we are family. And I just love them. I love them. I mean, I have now 3 more brothers that I really enjoy, and I have 2 more sisters. I love the experience because it's going to help our city. I love Compton. I was raised and born in Compton. I am a tar babe to heart, class of 84. So anything that's going to help Compton to be better, I'm in. I'm 100% in. I love it. I just like the fact that it's teaching us different ways. I didn't even understand so much about the stakeholders, but how important they are. And our community is a stakeholder, and you're very important to us to make this project a better project and to get it done. So, we always know in Compton that we're a family. And we also know in Compton that if one hurts, we all hurt. So if we all come together as one, we'll make Compton like it was back in the days. So thank you, family, and thank you, community, because we're here for you.
I love it. As well, I was a part of the crew as well, and I was asked by Mayor Sharif to join the team. And for me, it was a very unique experience because I didn't go to college. I'm probably y'all went to college, right? I didn't go to college. Okay, I went to El Camino when they still had books and classrooms and stuff like that. So to take a class that was pretty much online, didn't have the intense homework, and didn't have to be responsible to do your homework, because usually I would slide past homework in high school. I had an excuse all the time, but now I got to be accountable to you guys as well as the Bloomberg people. So it made me step my game up, be a lot more responsible in regards to the team. But also, I learned a lot as well. But also, for me as a businessman, entrepreneur, it also helped me just lock in some things that I've been doing before, and just do it. I mean, one of the things we learned in the class was just do it. Start doing something. Stop talking about it. Don't suffer from analysis paralysis. And just the fishbone. I mean, everything was just a big learning experience, as well as a reinforcement experience for me personally. And I had a ball. I'm still having a ball. I know the homework can be kind of taxing sometimes, but it is what it is, folks. It is what it is. And we only got 3 more classes left. We get our certificates. 3 more classes. Okay.
Alonzo, you're so right about one thing I did learn about the program that I didn't know about is really that it's more than one problem, and how to break down and deconstruct a problem, and ultimately hoping to find a solution. A lot of times we have a problem and then we come right with the solution, but this experience has helped me, and I've learned that you have to break down the problem, because it's more than one problem that you just have to deconstruct. And that's helped me both professionally as well as personally on finding out what is the real problem, break it down to its common denominator, and then hopefully come up with several solutions which to start. So I think that's something that we've all have learned and can contribute to our own daily lives as well.
And I remember sitting there on the 26th floor, listening to you and Sean have a discussion about what wasn't being done. And well, we didn't know it was being done, but it was being done because the communication line had been broken somewhere along the line. You know, you say, I saw your face. You like, we did that. I do this. We do this. You don't know. I don't know nothing about this right here. And I'm going, oh, okay, I see what the problem is: communication. And
Right.
a lot of the problems we're having in the city is based around communication. Okay, the city does things, or the people need things, and you got 2 minutes at the city council meeting to discuss it, or they do things, and they may do some good things, but because nobody knows about it, we don't know it's been done. And by not having a newspaper or any other means of getting information out, it just creates a major gap. And it's frustrating for everybody. I mean, especially John, I saw your face, like I said, in New York, and you were like, we do this. I do this. I put it on the website. I do it. And you were like, no, I don't go to the website. I don't go to the computer. I don't want to say that. You understand what the problem is, okay? Even though you put it on the website, you make it available, everybody's not going to the website. Some people don't want to go to a computer after they look at a computer screen for 8 to 10 hours in a day. So, that we're working on that.
Yeah, you're right. And that experience really helped to identify what our problem is. It's potholes, true enough, but it's communication even more so than any other thing that it is. But having that experience, because you guys are a representation of the community, you have people who work on the city side and those who are stakeholders. So it really helped me to basically analyze what the issue is. And communication is a key. And I think it is a key to build trust and to be able to solve not only this problem, but other issues that we're having. And so we were able, with the frustration, with the communication back and forth, we were able to identify what our problem was. And I think it really helped build trust amongst us. And so we're hoping that to reach out to the community and also build trust with them by communicating with them our steps, our processes, what we're currently doing, and just to find out in general where they prefer to receive their information and tackle those areas and begin to meet the people where they're at and communicate to them how they're accustomed to being communicated with.
I think one of the most unique parts about this whole situation is that everybody on the team comes from a different walk of life. I mean, you and Jimmy are part of the, you work for the city. Karen works for a nonprofit, and LaShawn does her thing with her organization with the Deltas. I'm into entertainment, and when our fearless leader Rosalind gets here, she's into art. So we have a different perspective on the same situation, and I think that gives us a lot of insight.
Alonzo, one thing that I wanted to say that I learned that we have to always consider our audience and who it is that we are trying to assist. And like John mentioned, we have to think about the different forms of communication. We have seniors who are not into computers or not technologically savvy, and they like to read like newspapers. So we have to consider how to get the information of what's going on in the city out to them. Whereas the younger generation, they're into computers, cell phones, and things like that. But we also have to be mindful that Compton is predominantly Latino. So we have to get information out in a way that they will understand it as well. So to me, that was key. We have to consider our audience and how to reach them.
Right. That's very important. Compton is very diverse in various ways, and we have to be able to reach everybody. At least have a platform that everybody can get to in some way, form, or fashion. Jimmy, now you work in the city planning department.
The budget
It's great
officer
that you
for
mentioned that. It was such an honor being a part with. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was asking Jimmy about his what he did at his job. I forgot. I'm getting old. What the hell? But city planning the budget. Bottom line is we got somebody from the city planning department, and when it comes to streets, we have somebody that talks that can actually knows the streets are being fixed and how much money it takes to get them fixed. We have two people here, and the streets have always been a hot topic in Compton for the past, I don't know, maybe 10 years or longer. And to have Jimmy and John a part of this program gave us an insight on the streets and the progress of how this thing is done. And if you don't understand the process, it's not just about going to the city council meeting and making a wish. It's a whole process that has to go behind this to get this city is a big machine, and it has to be planned and moved and approved and budgeted and hired and go before this. And it could be literally months before something actually gets done. Help me understand.
It can take a long time. If not years. This process is ongoing, it never stops. And if we're working on something, we're probably planning something else for the future as well. So we're working at both levels, current levels as well as future planning. So we're always constantly in that type of mode.
But again, the people of Compton have to know what's going on so they can trust the process. And I think that's where a lot of the frustration comes in, that nobody trusts the process, because obviously you look over there and somebody's street is getting fixed who never been to a city council meeting before in his life, but there may be another reason why that street got chosen as opposed to the person that's at the city council meeting pitching a fit every weekend or every Tuesday. So you have to understand the process, and that's where I think we're gonna make a big impact in regards to understanding the process of how the city works and what makes it work.
I think it's very important that
go ahead.
Everyone gets involved, and there's more than one avenue. There's the town hall meetings, there is council meetings, there's your block club, and happening. Many times various departments do participate, and they come out and they share what it is that they do in their particular area. And it's important that we come out to learn, to ask questions, and to just really absorb the information and see what's available to everyone.
True. Now, LaShawn, I know you always got something going on with the city. I ain't gonna say what I want to say. I'm leaving it alone. That's between us. That's straight out of Compton, Greater Compton. Leave it alone, okay? I know you quick to pick up the phone and let your feelings be heard. How effective has that worked for you?
Well, I have to brag on my city. My city, whenever I call my councilman Bowers, he always are at my hands and helping me, whatever it might be. Like if I tell him that we have potholes that's real big, then he calls and makes sure that they come out and fix them. But after meeting John and Jimmy, I have a different outlook on everything, because they explained to me that they have a plan, and they have planned what streets they're going to do at certain times. Now, we all know that everything can't be fixed all at once. And so with this plan, they're going to eventually get to every city. Now, we just had a meeting with the treasurer, and he had explained that we have some money to fix some of the streets. And so with Measure P, so I think as a community, we need to stand by them and have some trust in that it's going to be fixed, but it didn't get tore up overnight. So then we just have to kind of relax and see what their plan is. And I do think that if you are in an area where your streets are really messed up, like Central, getting off that 91 freeway, then I think you should call the city hall and let them know so they can look into it. But at the same time, go to your council meetings, go to the council meetings on Tuesday, go to your councilman town hall meetings so you can understand and when your street will be getting fixed.
Okay, that's what we're talking about. Now, I was just about to bring Roslyn to the forefront, and she turned her camera off. Where you go? Our fearless leader here, leader of the group. And all right, she was right. She was one of the I'm gonna say, for lack of a better term, OGs at the original meeting. We first kicked this thing off. I remember meeting her again at the very first thing, all day classes at the Dollar High Center, answering questions. I'm like, why are we asking the same questions over and over again? But I figured it out. Miss Roslyn McGarry, how you doing, darling?
Hey, Alonzo. How you doing?
All right. We were just talking about, I was doing a quick introduction and talking about the experience, briefly about the experience of being a part of this program, Great Outta Compton, and this Bloomberg Harvard situation. Tell us about how you feel about it.
I feel hopeful. You know, I'm an artist, and I've been working in the community the past 25 years.
Hi,
Can you hear
this
me?
is LaShawn.
Let me turn the shine off. There you go.
Yes. Yes, I'm on
She knows she's notorious for that.
Can I call you back after the meeting?
This is what our meetings were like.
Turn the camera off. Let the microphone on. We heard everything she's saying.
Okay, I'll call you right back after the meeting.
All right.
Thank you.
That's LaShawn, folks. That's our girl.
All
right, now turn the microphone. All right, go ahead, darling.
So I knew some things about Bloomberg. He has an artist challenge. You know, we interacted in that way. We applied for an artist challenge with the previous mayor,
Mm-hmm.
the Bloomberg Artist Initiative, and so this initiative came up, and the mayor called and asked us to join, and I was just excited to join because I thought that maybe it will help us to do some of the things that we're doing in the community, like advocate for the arts in Compton in general, advocate for the arts as a community anchor, advocate for an arts department in Compton, because we're an arts city. We have a lot of artists, and we're a very young city. We have the median age is 35. So not only are young people working differently, but they're content creators on top of the creators that we've always produced, hip hop artists, musicians, actors, painters, sculptors. There's a lot of arts in Compton, and we want to leverage it to the benefit of the community.
Okay, fantastic. Now, along with doing all this homework and all this reading, we took a trip to New York. In that trip to New York, we stayed on Park Avenue, a very nice hotel. But I experienced some things that I have not experienced before, like a $35 hamburger. Okay. I had some good burgers in my day. I have never experienced a $35 hamburger before. Okay. I've never experienced. Go ahead.
Why did the hamburger go from $35 to $70 once you pay for it?
Yeah, okay. Let me explain, folks. Mr. Bloomberg was kind. He fed us every day. I mean, food was never an issue. But a couple of days when we first got there one morning, he gave us a voucher for breakfast. And no problem, $20 voucher. We figured we could get a decent breakfast for $20. I ordered some waffles, no eggs, no hash brown. I still needed some more money. The last day, they gave us dinner. They gave us a ticket a voucher again for $70. $70 for dinner. I'm like, well, might be some change back or whatever. I bought a hamburger, some fries, and one soda, and there was nothing else left. Okay, and you couldn't even use the change for the tip. Anyway, I thought that was just so different. Okay, I'm a classy guy, but damn, boy, they don't play in New York. Okay. Anyway, folks, talk about your experience in New York a little bit, please. Anybody? Don't make me call you. Come on, Linda.
Well, I had fun at the museum.
Oh, yeah.
It was a lot of walking and with my back issues, but it was beautiful and it was free. And we had street hot dogs.
Yes.
So that was good. And I enjoyed myself.
Yes.
But I enjoyed my room better because it was just really nice. It was nice. The bed was nice. And my TV that was in the mirror in the bathroom.
Come on.
I just loved it.
Come on. So yeah, that was some new stuff right there. I never seen that before, but I'm gonna try that in my house over here. I'm gonna cut a hold of them anyway. Somebody else talk about their trip to New York, please.
Well, I love New York. I absolutely love it, and I wish we'd had more time. If we could have stayed another week and just, or even a couple days and just, seen the city, because it's almost like electric. It feels electric to me. But I really appreciated John and Jimmy going on my little trips to get pizza, find the perfect pizza. And I meant to tell you, I thought of you guys because yesterday I was in the Arts District and there's this place called Prince Pizza, and they're from New York.
Okay.
And I had a slice yesterday, and I was like, this is it. You guys gotta come down. But it's in downtown LA, but it's a New York spot. It is so good.
Fantastic. Yeah, I think the Met Museum was very impressive to me. I'm not a big museum person. I've been to a couple, but I've never seen that much different art in one place. I mean, everything: Egyptian art, Indian art, suits of armor, coffin. I mean, the Egyptian coffin that was carved, Chinese art. It was mind blowing. I got about 100 pictures from that stuff, and that's just, we didn't even get to the whole museum.
Mm-hmm.
It was really interesting. I'm glad they gave us that opportunity to see that. Big Jimmy, I know you. I've been calling you Jimmy since I met you. I don't know what it is about you and me calling you John. I've been doing this since the day we met. Tell us about your experience, man. Talk about what you thought about New York.
Overall, I thought it was a great experience. Up until that point, everything's been via Zoom, like this podcast. So even amongst us, ourselves, we haven't been in the same room together up until that point. So to get us together in one spot, in addition to the other 9 cities that came in to New York as well, and to see all the faces, put names and faces together with actual people, was a very enlightening experience. On top of that, you got to review their programs and what their issues were. And you see that we're all facing pretty much the same thing across the world: homelessness, infrastructure problems, childcare issues, equality amongst men and women, things of that nature. So it was a very enlightening experience for me.
Yeah, I thought it was very unique because we were probably the only predominantly Black group there. Maria, of course, is part of our team. I guess I could say we're the only minority group there, because everybody else is pretty much others. And no disrespect to nobody, just we were the only ones that had an all minority group. It was other people there that was there from other Black folks there, other Latino people there, but we were the only group that had all minorities there. It just made me feel good to see that white people had the same problems that we had.
Yes. I was amazed how well we worked together, how well we worked as a team. I think people were really amazed how close we really were. And they said they actually like each other. And even when we had our conflicts, they thought, what was going on? We were just talking and expressing ourselves and getting frustrated. But at the end of the day, we were like, okay, let's go eat. And it was just like, they were just amazed how we were able to
Turn it
just
off.
really get along and to really gel with each other and just really, really be a part of the team they were teaching us. We had it already. We brought it with us from the very beginning. So that was really amazed how, it's just everything. They were like, well, did you guys get into it? Yeah, we got into it. Did we agree? No, we didn't agree. But did we have a good time? We always had a good time.
Always had a good time.
We always had a good time.
Hung out together the whole 9 yards. We usually
Yes.
everybody, hey, I'm waiting for so-and-so. I'm waiting for if LaShawn had to want to take the Uber back, somebody always wait for it, whether it be me or whether it be Maria
or Karen. Yes.
Somebody, it was
we always looked out for each other. We always looked out for each other. Everyone was taken care of, and we know where everyone was at. They were running late. We knew they were coming. We always checked on each other, and that was good. And I didn't see that in some of the other teams. They were together, but we were really together. We were stuck to each other like glue.
Yeah. And that's what I like about the city of Compton. Because if you go to Disneyland and you see one of your residents and you probably seen them just shopping at Food for Less, you be like, hi, hey, like we're family. And that's how Compton residents and, our city is. And that's just what we displayed as a team. That family, that, sisterly love, brotherhood, we had that. And that comes from this city. And that's why I'm saying this city, we could do it together. We got this. We're going to fix our streets. The plans are going to happen. And the residents are going to, be here and they're going to support us and support the city. And it's going to be done. And we're going to be living happy with no potholes. That's the whole goal.
Put some art on the wall. We'll throw a little art on the wall, a few murals on the wall too. So
definitely put some art on the walls, some beautiful art. And one thing that I really appreciated from the trip is like Finland, the group that came from Finland, when they said they had homeless, I was shocked. I thought that was only on Redondo Beach.
Right. Now,
into Compton, the homeless people.
I'm sitting next to a lady from Helsinki. She said there is no homeless. She said she can't talk about this. She has no idea what we're talking about. They don't have that in Helsinki. She said their government, their taxes are super high, but they take care of everybody. It's not like they have the same issues that we have. And we were talking about. I was sitting next to her in the stadium class. And when it came, they asked a couple of questions about something. She tapped me and says, I don't know what you say. I don't know what you say. I don't have all this. I'm like, what? She said, no, we don't have that. And it just blew me away that was a problem that they did not have over there, but everybody else did.
Yeah. Wow. I was blown away talking to the guy from South Yorkshire. And he, and then remember they were talking about bed poverty. I never even heard of bed poverty, but they, he was telling me that South Yorkshire was a steel producer and, all that went away. And now I'm like, why aren't you guys wealthy? You know what I mean? Like, right. You guys are producing steel all over the world, providing steel all over the world. And now they're, impoverished, large impoverished community. So yeah, it's really, really eye-opening, especially because, like you said, Lonzo, we tend to, kind of relate, race to how things, because of the way things go here, we tend to assume that it's like that everywhere.
Not universal, that's for sure. It's not universal.
Yeah.
One thing I learned was about competing priorities. That was an interesting concept because we're all are busy. We all have things going on, both professionally and personally. And to really take a step back and think about that concept and that process and what it means really helped me put things into perspective and just learning some techniques that were presented at the initiative, the leadership training, that really could help me. And I don't know what you guys learned about that, but it was just, we all have competing priorities, and I'm just curious to know what some of the things that you guys have used from the training.
You know what I appreciate, Alonzo, the fact that because we came out of Compton, I think everybody was expecting something different because of all that they see on the news about Compton. And so here comes this group of 6 people. They didn't know what to expect. They didn't think we were going to make it. We didn't have 18 people, 8 people on the team like all the other teams.
Right.
And we were the underdogs when we got there. We saw the professors rallying around us, and as we began to work through our problem and deconstruct it, they were just amazed. Like, these people are from Compton. And so I appreciate the fact that the team that we have, irregardless of how we came together, we each brought something different, a different perspective, because we were so diversified in what we do. We each brought something different to the table, but we were also able to just relax and have a good time, as you all stated. Every evening, there was a different place that we went. And I appreciate the fact that Mr. Bloomberg sent buses for us after being in class all day. And we went to some very, very nice venues, and we were treated like royalty. But we all stuck together. We had a good time. And then the next morning, we got up, we had our breakfast, and we were ready to work. And we did the dang thing. And we're still doing it. We're still working together. And we've become close, like family. And we are dedicated to working with the residents and working with City Hall. And we want anybody out there listening here in the city of Compton. We all love Compton. I've been here for 27 years. And although I work with a nonprofit, I've been here in Compton as a block club captain, bringing community together, trying to resolve issues. So I can see why I was selected to be a part of this team. But New York, very enjoyable experience, a nice place to visit, but I would not want to live.
I don't think so either, darling. I like my flat land here in California. I like being able to, you know what? Driving in New York traffic make you yearn for the 405 and 5 o'clock.
Yes.
Driving in New York traffic, you be glad to get on the 405 at 5 o'clock, okay?
Yes, like people walk.
Oh my God. And I had, on the way back, I caught an Uber, and the lady was a little short lady, and she was sitting on the steering wheel like this right here. And I'm just going, oh my God, it's a long ride. But you know what though? We never went over 20 miles an hour, so it couldn't have been that bad, okay? Just the fact that we couldn't even go that fast made me feel comfortable. Also, folks, we're missing one member of our group. Maria, she's not here. She had to work today, but she's definitely a part of our group, and she's definitely missed. Maria, we love you. Wish you could be here, darling. I understand you got to do what you got to do, but got to give her a shout out. Let everybody. It's 7 of us all together. She just couldn't make the trip, make the show today. Anybody else want to share with us right quick?
Are we getting ready to end?
We can.
Oh no, I didn't want to leave my people.
No, go ahead.
So I just want to tell you guys, I'm a Delta. So if you go to Facebook to the official Compton Deltas, we have scholarships. And I really need the residents in Compton to apply for these scholarships. If your kids are graduating, everybody need money. And we need you guys to apply for the scholarships. That's what we make money for every year, to give out scholarships to our Compton residents. So please go to the official Compton Deltas website and get the application and have your child to apply for the college scholarships. And if they're in college, we also have a scholarship for those that's in college now. If this is their second year, third year, they can apply. So please, because every year we're not giving all that money away, and it's a waste.
I got a question. What if they're AKA? Can they still get the money?
Yes.
I gotta ask.
We don't discriminate. They just have to be. They just have to be African American students.
All right, Miss Karen, you got anything you want to say before we wrap up, darling?
Well, I told you guys I work for a nonprofit called the Compton Initiative, and you can go to their website. We help Compton residents get their homes painted for free. We also organize cleanups in your community. It's all about bringing the community together. And we also have a new branch from the Compton Initiative called Bright Lights of Compton. And that's exactly what it is. If you live in Compton, if you work in Compton, if you go to school in Compton, it's all about cleaning up the city and having community pride, working together.
Now, Karen, one thing I heard about you is you don't mind picking up no trash.
Alonzo, I really don't. People wouldn't think that I had the job that I did working for former District Attorney Jackie Lacey, but I'm all about cleaning up Compton. I hate seeing trash, so you can find me any day of the week with my yellow t-shirt on, Compton Boulevard, Alondra, Wilmington, here in Sunny Cove, all throughout Compton, picking up trash because we want Compton to be clean. We want to take away from the negative stereotype, from the newscast that Compton is dirty. We want to clean it up, and I'm asking for anybody who loves Compton to help me pick up trash. Just step out of your house, clean up in front of your driveway. It's as easy as that.
All right. Miss Roslyn, I know you want to paint something. I know you want to paint something.
Right now. Well, I'll just say that I am creative director of Sepia Collective, which is an arts organization based here in Compton, and Cake Cutter Institute, which is a nonprofit partner to the Compton Arts Project, which Sepia is producing. So everybody just keep in touch. Look us up on Instagram at Sepia Collective, at the Compton Arts Project, or at the Compton Arts Project. And we're creating a website now specifically for the Compton Arts Project, because we're doing collaborative work with artists and arts organizations around Compton and South Los Angeles.
All right. Mr. Strickland.
Thank you, Alonzo. First of all, I'd just like to say thank you for allowing us to participate in this.
Keep talking.
Amazing.
You break it up a little bit.
And we thought it was necessary to share this experience with the Compton on.
That's that Compton internet. We gotta fix that too.
To look for more things
good
that are great out of Compton. So we welcome your support.
All right, he broke up a little bit on this, folks. We get to just to the message though. Mr. Smith.
I just want to say thank you for allowing us on the platform. I look forward to working with this group. It's been a great experience for me thus far, and I look forward to pushing the city forward through this group and through the city as well. So look forward to some good things from us in the future.
All right, folks. Before we go, March 24th, I'm doing a screening of my documentary, Compton Love, at the Dollar High Center. If y'all are available, please come out. It starts at 2:00. We'll be there 2 to 5. It's called a Movie and a Mixer for the Compton Entertainment Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by Miss Lily P. Darden of the 4th District. Also, you'll see me in Compton in someplace. In the meantime, folks, I want to thank all y'all for taking time out your busy days to hang out with us and share this with Compton. I will send you all a link you can share to wherever you want to. That's how we do it. I will see y'all online. Do your homework. I will see y'all later. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.